Welcome back. We are here, Brittany and I, and we are going to do some rapid fire questions at each other. And enjoy.
Enjoy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are
you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know about you. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Oh, so I'm asking you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Which race do you get mistaken for the most?
Brazilian.
Okay, Brazilian. What else?
Sometimes like Hispanic descent, or whether that's like, I don't know,
Latino, yeah.
Mexican.
Same.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican? Ever?
I've never gone Puerto Rican. No.
Okay. That's pretty much mine.
Yeah.
Like most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just go back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
Do people ask more about your blackness than your whiteness?
Okay. Interesting question.
Yeah.
I'd have to say blackness because we were talking. That's kind of just like primarily, how we look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just automatically share the whiteness because it's my experience, so
Right.
it comes out.
Yeah.
But probably blackness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably same for me.
Same. Yeah.
But it's interesting. I feel like I should talk more about my white side because of just I look black, so it's more like I feel like I should share more of my white side. I don't know why that is, but
I can feel that.
yeah.
I can feel that.
I just am like,
Yeah.
so my mom's a redhead. Even if you're not gonna ask me.
Just a fun fact.
I'm like,
throwing
hey,
it out.
fun fact.
No, it is fun fact. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can see it a little bit in your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Cool. Okay. How do you respond when people ask what you are? What are you? What do you say?
Sometimes I get sarcastic.
Okay.
And I'll be
Love
like,
it.
I'm an alien. Like, what are you?
I was thinking the same. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like an armor of like sarcasm, but like, I don't know, it's just funny because I'm like,
People really struggle though.
yeah.
Like, have you, like, for me, I get people who are just like, so, like, what are you?
Yeah.
Like, what? I just let them just try. I'm
Literally.
like, they don't know how to ask it politely. They're just like, what?
Actually, when they start with so, I'm like, I already know what's gonna come.
Really?
That you're gonna be like,
Especially if they've been just eyeing you, like they're like lost.
Yeah. They're like trying to figure you out.
Right.
And I'm like,
I get that. Yeah.
so you're looking into my soul?
Just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I used to be so confused growing up. I didn't really know what that question meant.
Yeah.
And so I'd be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, are you black? Like, they start giving examples. And I'm like, yeah, I'm black and white. Yeah.
Love the examples. Here's the facts.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It is funny.
But it's a little rude sometimes, guys. It's a little rude. I mean, what's your ethnicity?
Yeah.
Would be a nice way of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gotten what's your nationality?
Yeah.
That one's kind of like...
And at
No,
first,
weird.
I feel like it was just out of like, I don't know, sorry if you've said this before, but just like, it's out of ignorance because I feel like people confuse ethnicity with nationality, and
Right, it doesn't really make sense.
until you know the difference, it's like, I was born in America.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm American.
Right.
But sometimes, like, the Brazilian thing, sometimes they do, or they are thinking that you could be foreign.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
depends.
I actually like that mix-up if they say, oh, are you like Brazilian? I'm like, I wish. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know. Cool. All
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, how do you celebrate your cultures?
Okay, so, I'm Irish, okay? And so we do a lot of family parties, or when I was in San Diego, so we do like St. Patrick's Day type things. What else do we do? That was pretty much the biggest one, besides like Christmas, but that's everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that was a like pretty big party and get together for my family. Other than that, I mean, now that I think about it, nothing else really. That's pretty much it. But as far as the black culture, I don't even know how to answer that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So it was just maybe like a few years with my stepdad that we celebrated Kwanzaa, and that was an experience. Like I loved it, and like would ask my mom like, are we going to Kwanzaa like every year? But yeah, for those who don't know, it's just that how the African American culture like celebrates Christmas, and it starts December 26th and then goes until January 1st, and it's like just days worth of gifts, so giving and feast, and
wow,
it's amazing.
Okay, so I did not know that.
Yeah,
you just educated me on that.
Good.
Wow.
We should celebrate Kwanzaa this year.
Now I know. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody else though who does that.
No? Yeah.
No.
I actually probably haven't either, but
that's fun though.
Yeah. And it was like really interesting because it was a biracial family that put it on every year.
Okay.
At their house in Oakland, and like it was just so interesting, and it was like a Filipino dad and a black mom, and then they would just invite like their family and friends, and we would go. I think we maybe have gone like 3-4 times, but
do people try touching your hair, and how do you respond? Or do they ask you if they can touch it?
They do ask. Some do ask.
And others just
go for it. I actually love it.
Okay, so you're a fan.
I am a fan.
Okay.
Because I just like, first of all, I'm not like a person that like my love language isn't touch necessarily, but like if you touch my hair and just like massage my head.
Some people are like that, yeah.
Like, oh my god,
yeah.
It just is so good.
Yeah, some people.
So go for it, I guess.
Like
if your hands are clean.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah, let's be careful.
Yeah.
Me personally, actually, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because people, I like the fascination. You can if you want. You can. But some people are like so fascinated by curls.
Yeah,
I'm just like, why not? You know, they have straight hair.
Yeah.
Why not? Go about it.
Live your dream.
Hey, you want to feel this is like, here you go. Yeah. So I'm just like okay with it.
Yeah.
But some people that they're like in there for like 2 minutes and okay, like you got your chance.
I know, they're like inspecting the curl and like it's not gonna change in front of your eyes. Like just, I mean, it does kind of change, I guess, if you just like, I don't know.
Sure,
whatever.
that's it. That's, so yeah, don't go all in like that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's kind of weird. Okay, do people ask which parent is white or black, or do they try to guess?
Some try to guess, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. Cause how are you guessing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's so much packed into that within itself of like what they think.
I know. I have a feeling because somebody like explained their reasoning for guessing one time, and it was like, you know, if your dad is either, you know, black or white, like then you have more of those features. And I don't know.
Doing it based on physical appearance, not on behavior. I've had people do it based on behavior.
Oh,
well, that's where it's kind of like,
that's unfortunate.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if your mom's white or your mom's black, like, or you know, just I don't know. People have ideas, but okay, features. I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
Based on features.
Which I don't know. Your mom can have more, you know, dominant genes than your dad or whatever. So.
Right. You never know.
That's a hard guess, but
yeah. People always guess correctly though, but I think just based by chance. I don't know. They're just like, oh, is your mom white? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of usually
so is it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to get into their mindset. Okay, is it more of? Do you think it's more of like a, you know, who your role model was you take after, and that's like your mom because she's like a female role model, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna just throw this out. Can we ask you?
Yeah, comment below. But my guess is, I feel like people think that, okay, like having a mom that's black versus having a mom that's white, like a black mother might be, you know, might have a little bit more pizzazz or they're more, you know, attitude, maybe more strong personality.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's my guess, and well, you know, within that, it just doesn't sound very fair.
No.
You know what I mean? So for me, don't guess. Just ask me. Okay.
No.
Just ask me.
Yeah.
It just gets messy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's, yeah.
Okay. Were you attracted to dating a particular race growing up? Growing up, because we're no longer dating.
Yeah. Sean's gonna kill me. No, he already knows. It was definitely white boys, but they just never interested, or at least never showed it.
Sad story.
It is a sad story.
It's okay.
Like, where's my Zac Efron?
Well, you know, I guess they just didn't have the courage. I I don't know. I mean, for me personally too.
Yeah.
I can count them on my hand. How many white dudes even try?
I can't even count.
Really?
They were just like, nah, man, you're my sister. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, yeah, I had like 2 in my entire life, probably. But, you know, it's okay. It's all right. We're here. We're happily married.
Yep.
Right?
I am.
We're not tripping. We're not. Hopefully not. But yeah, for me, like, I don't know. I was telling you more mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed races was kind of my cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Or fully black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chocolate boys.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What racial box do you check on surveys?
Other.
Other.
With sarcasm. Because, or if they say, please choose one, I will still choose both because I'm like,
Okay.
nah, man,
Bold.
I ain't doing this. But
Actually, what?
that came back to kind of bite me one time because they entered, I think it was at like the doctor's office or something, and they had entered just one, and it was white. And so when they saw me, they were like
confused.
Yeah, I was like,
That's the interesting part.
yeah.
But it's funny because I was trying to tell this one girl, because we had this conversation at work, and we got into this talk about race, da 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 da, and I was like, I mean, I just do 2 or more races, and she's like, they don't have that option, and I'm like, yes, they do. Like, I would
Sometimes.
know.
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah.
Either it's other, or it's 2 or more races.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, we've advanced a little bit.
Yeah. I've even seen like on some, Scantrons or whatever, biracial,
I've seen that.
which is helpful.
Or you
Thank
can pick black and white sometimes too. They allow you to just whatever.
choose all
fits.
that apply.
Yeah. So we're getting better. What race were your friends growing up primarily? Not that it matters. We're just curious.
No, yeah. I think I'd probably say like my closest friends were primarily white,
Okay.
but like my best friend was actually black and white.
Okay.
Yeah. Growing up.
I think for me it was Asian, Filipino, and black and white. Not a lot of mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just one of those.
Yeah, I think it was like literally only me and my friend, like
That were mixed.
at school, in our school, that were
Yeah.
besides our siblings, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you. I get excited when sometimes I find.
No,
another
yeah,
me.
because like you get me.
Yeah. I'm always on the lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. But you broke speaking Ebonics. This is an interesting question.
What is that? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, please don't. I thought you were dead serious. You should ask me prior to turning the camera on.
No. No. I was gonna say obviously, but like, no. I mean, yeah, no.
People are probably like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Okay. What about? So funny story. So I remember the moment when I first acknowledged or was aware of what that was. I didn't know the language for it. I actually learned about it in college. But my friend started talking. My best friend started talking like that, and I just was like, what? Like that's so improper. Like why are you talking that way?
Yeah.
You know? And then I think it's part of the culture though. You start just talking that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what I'm saying, it wasn't in my household. Like we didn't talk that way
Yeah, no.
at all, and still even to this day, like parents don't talk that way.
Yeah.
But I think it's just within culture, black culture, and even popular culture. I think even.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not naturally.
No. It doesn't naturally come out from you, so I just don't even try.
Yeah.
I also don't think. Yeah, it's just not me. It's not who I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had friends, like my guy friends, they talk like that, and I just like,
yeah,
do you? You can
Whatever.
do it. It looks good on you. It wouldn't look good on me.
Whatever fits. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, last one for me.
Okay.
How often are you aware of your blackness? Are there moments when you're more hyper aware of that?
Right now. I guess I could say like at my last workplace, I was the only black person, not even just female. Like, I was the only black person in
the building, yeah.
the building, and one of the like handful of people that were of color even. And so,
jeez,
yeah.
Where did you work?
Really dark place.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was definitely like hyper aware there because of just how rare it was. And so I think it caused a lot of the, not even just hyper awareness, but hyper sensitivity too. And
to like comments, or
yes,
what do you mean?
Yeah, comments. And so I was just like more aware and high alert. And I think, you know, a lot of people of color can connect with that because it can be pretty isolating. So
yeah, it's tough though because you can only see through your own lens sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I think it's empathy really that we're talking about.
Yeah.
To have for others or for what you're talking about. But for me, it was an interesting thought because really like growing up, I was not aware. Because I think that's what we're talking about. As mixed people, we blend into wherever we're at.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I'm with like a group of white people, I feel as though I belong there.
Yeah.
You know, unless again something comes up and it's very obvious, but other than that, it's normal.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. But I don't know where I heard it. If it was a video, a documentary, or whatever. But this person was just talking about this idea that, like, I think it might have been a pastor maybe, that, you know, a black person, whenever they're in a room, they likely are aware of whether or not they're alone in that room. Like, they are aware of their blackness wherever they go. And it was just, he just said this quote, and I was like, am I aware? And it just got me thinking. But now I am. Yeah. Now I am. And I think thinking about, because I'm a teacher part-time, and just the idea of being a black teacher is rare. A black female teacher, even, you know, black male, like, it's just super rare. So whenever I step into a classroom, I'm thinking about how I'm connecting with the other little black and brown boys and girls, and how they see me and how they connect with me. And then even in my own classrooms, like when I'm a student, thinking about that kind of stuff too. But I guess I'm saying I've been more and more aware of it. And it's been a really interesting experience. It's kind of freeing, but at the same time, it can be anxiety producing sometimes. And I think that's essentially what it's about.
Yeah. Is
that there's pride, I think, but at the same time, we start to become more aware of how we're perceived, and it may not be in the best light.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, one more for you.
Okay.
Did you ever come across a time you felt your parent or parents didn't understand you?
So talking about race wasn't a super big thing in my family, but now that I'm thinking about it, and if you watch the first video when I talked about the Trayvon Martin case, as I was watching that trial during the summer, and I literally watched it every single day. That's all I did all day for the entire summer. But I watched it with my dad, and hi Dad if you're watching. It was kind of a tough experience for me because, again, he was seeing the case through his own eyes as a black man, and I was seeing it through my mixed perspective, and we were missing each other on that, I think. And so we were getting into some discussions that got a little bit heated because I think he was frustrated by my perception of certain things in the trial. But again, I wasn't aware of like why we were missing each other. Like looking back, you know what I mean, understanding it, of just like, well, you know, and we eventually came to a conclusion about that. So that was interesting, you know, but that was a growing moment. But again, other than that, we don't really talk a lot about race that much, and I think hopefully this video will start sparking some conversation to kind of see, just getting thoughts and things out there. With my family members.
Yeah.
You?
As you were saying that, I thought of like my mom and I too. I don't remember really like talking about it much, but like how we are right now. But like obviously things that she would like just make us aware of when we were growing up. She did a really good job, I think, of just like setting that tone of like be aware that not a lot of people are like you, and but that you're special, and you know all these things.
Right.
And but when you were talking, I was like, yeah, I need to have these type of conversations like with my mom, just
Mhm.
because like I don't know, like
Yeah.
certain things that we may not see eye to eye with. And
Right,
that'd
right.
be really interesting.
Or maybe things you do see eye to eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think on top of that too, preparing us for our own children and how we want to go about that conversation.
Yeah.
And making it, at least for me, I think making it an intentional thing
Mm-hmm.
from the
Yes.
jump
Yes. Yeah.
is what I would want to do.
Yeah.
Just because we have from our experience, we understand the tension and the experience and what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's just good to prepare them,
Yeah.
but also to have them be confident in their racial identity at the same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. Speaking of that, our next video is going to be, we're talking about American Son. So if you have not watched it on Netflix, please watch the movie. You won't understand what we're talking about if you
Yes, and you don't want to miss it too, because
Yeah.
I think it's a phenomenal movie, and we really, really, really enjoyed it,
don't. Yeah.
and that's why we're making a video on it. So we would love to get your perspective and for you to hear ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that was great.
Yeah, this was awesome.
For sure.
All right. See you next time.
See ya.